All right, so now we are moving on to the half double crochet stitch. This is one of the most popular stitches and one that can be used in a lot of ways. I'm starting out with a basic chain, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by yarning over on my hook. So you're starting out with a yarn over, and you're not doing anything with it. You're not pulling it into the chain. You're just leaving it there. So I've got a little bit of tension over here on my index finger. I'm pulling it a little bit tight, but not very tight. It shouldn't affect this part in any way. So just adding a little bit of tension. I've got my index finger and I've got my thumb holding onto my chain to keep it in place. I've still got this finger controlling my yarn over here by my hook, and I've got my thumb resting on the flat of the hook. So starting off with a yarn over, and then I'm going to skip that first chain. Once again, we always skip the first chain in a slip stitch, in a single stitch, and in a half double crochet stitch, because when you fold it over, it should make a straight line all the way down. So I'm going into my second stitch, and you'll notice there are now 3 lines on the hook. Okay. I am yarning over, pulling through, and there are still 3 lines on the hook, yarning over, and pulling through all 3. And that is a half double crochet stitch. To go on to my next one, I'm yarning over, going into the very next stitch, right here, and I am finding my 3 right here. Good. I'm yarning over again and pulling through, yarning over and pulling through all 3. Good. Yarning over, going into next stitch, yarning over, pulling through, and then pulling through all 3. It should be a very easy process. Remember that you are supposed to be pointing the hook part down towards the hole that is right there in your original chain. So you're yarning over, you're going into the top part of the next stitch, yarning over again, pulling that back through. You've got 3, and you should be able to easily pull through all 3 if you are pointing it in the right direction and if your yarn is not too tight. And that is a half double crochet.